Hello everyone, welcome to Nilanjana's exclusive English lessons. Today we are going to understand the correct method and way to write a notice. This video is specifically for the ICSE students. So this is what I'm going to share today, and I'm also going to share, which is very important, is the tips for getting full marks. Okay, now see, notice writing is assessed on 5 marks. It is a part of your English language paper, and just like email, which is also for 5 marks, it is easy to get 5 on 5 in notice. It is not at all complicated, right? And it is not like your essay writing, like you really struggle, and even after a lot of struggling, you land up somewhere around 12 or 13, and you lose, all those marks. The reason this video is very important is because I want all of you to get 5 on 5 on notice. Okay, and for that, you have to do one thing, which is understand and watch the full video till the end. All right, so let's begin. Now, before I get into the details of notice writing, what is a notice? This is for everyone. Maybe some people already know, but for somebody who's watching this video for the first time and maybe who is just getting introduced to notice writing, this is for them. If you want to share some formal information with everyone in your school, how do you share it? Would you really go person to person and share the information? It is not done like that. Of course, you can later on deliver the information in that manner, but a formal announcement has to be put up. A formal printed announcement has to be put up on your bulletin board or notice board where some basic information is shared with everyone. If you want to share some formal information with everyone in your school, what is the correct way to do so? It is through a notice. Often you must have seen some important information put up on your bulletin board or notice board. Some information about a quiz, some information about an upcoming literary event. Yes, that is a notice. Now you need to understand how to write it, because any formal information which is shared, usually it is done through notice. All right, so what are the key features? Number one, to the point. To the point means no fluffing, no extra information. It is just all the relevant details which are shared in the notice. The language has to be formal. The language has to be very formal, right? You cannot use colloquial English. Also, use of third person. Only third person has to be used. No I, you, no first and second person. And relevant details. The notice should not be vague. If you're announcing for an event, you need to give the relevant details: when to register, what is the last date for registration, where the children should give their names to whom, which person. Every detail is very important. All right, that is a notice all about. Now let's understand the format of notice writing. Now the first thing is a title. It has to be a catchy title. Catchy title means an innovative title, 3 to 4 words. Marks is 1. Next is the subtitle or the heading. This you will get in your question itself. Inter-school dance competition, inter-school singing competition. That is the subtitle or the heading. That is also 1 marks. Then is the date. The correct way to write: date, time, venue, everything will be discussed in the video. And finally, the instructions. The main instruction or the message, what you want to share, comes at the end. So this is the format of notice writing. Now let's see a sample notice. Okay. Now before I'm sharing this sample notice, I wanted to give you some information from my end. Now see, many schools follow a different format. Okay. And that is not wrong. This is where I want to clarify. Okay. Schools in Mumbai, majorly, they are sharing this kind of a notice and format, and this is what is followed everywhere, majorly. Okay. However, since I have students from all over the country, I have students in Bangalore, Kolkata, even Dubai. So they have sometimes shared a different format with me. Okay. And trust me, guys, that is not wrong. Okay. If you are in an ICSE school and if your teacher has given you a sample notice format, please follow that. If the format is catering to your school and you are, you can trust that, of course, because it's an old school, of course, you can blindly go with it. Okay, so I was a little shocked last time when I saw a different format. It's a completely different format written in a paragraph form. So since I was following this format, I considered this to be the correct one. But then, of course, the child came out with flying colors in ICSE exam. In last to last year, she got 96 in language. Okay, and she followed a different format. So those who are listening to your teacher in your school, I would say yes, you can blindly follow that. But in Mumbai, this is the format which is followed. So I'm sharing this format which I have done when I was teaching in a school, and also I have students here. So first thing is what? First thing is a title. Now see, you can imagine it's an inter-school dance competition. Rock and roll, I have given the title. Then the heading or the subtitle, inter-school dance competition. Then we have the date on 31st March. Then the time from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Then where is the place? The venue is at Rose Hall, St. Hilda's High School. All students who wish to participate in the inter-school dance competition should register their names with the event coordinator. Coordinator spelling over here, the D is missing. Okay. Coordinator, Mrs. Das, on or before 30th of March. Okay. So this is the format, and please learn this format because format is the most important thing. So whichever format you have been given from your school, please you can go with that. All right. And yes, I also wanted to add admissions for our grade 9, 10, 11, 12 still going on online classes. This is the email ID. You can contact us over here. Okay. So now what are the common mistakes and why you are not getting full marks? This is where I want to come to. First of all, when it comes to the title, this is a very relevant title. You can see rock and roll. The moment you hear this phrase, it means something related to dance, right? Hit the dance floor and shake a leg. These are all phrases related to dance. Now, if you think, no, you cannot write such titles for that, I have also made it easy for you. I will also share a list of innovative titles in the video. So do not skip the video at any point. Okay. And still, if you think that it is very difficult for you, I would suggest sometimes you can please read a little. If you keep your eyes and ears open, often in newspapers, articles, magazines, you will see, some competitions are being held and it's publicly announced, and you will always see there is a title given to a competition. But yes, over here, I also wanted to alert you that don't write anything in Hindi. These days when you see innovative titles, often you will see English and Hindi words coined together. Now what is the meaning of that? Like, for example, yesterday only I was seeing, when I was recording the video, I'm talking about there was a competition. I think there was an event, a literary event here in Mumbai, and I think the name of the event was, it is about be a poet, write poems for everyone, that kind of an event. So the name of the event was Psycho Shire. Psycho Shire. I mean, see, psycho is an English word. Shire is a poet. In Urdu, I think it's meaning of the word is poet. Now, see, it is a very beautiful title. I really liked it. Okay, but can you use it over here? No. Why? Because one is a Hindi word, one is a English word. So don't write such titles. Only stick to English. Next is at the end, you get the instructions. All students who wish to participate in the inter-school, so and so. So this is how you have to follow. Now, those who are looking for an image or those who want this sample format, I will share it on my Instagram. Okay, so please, you can check it out over there. And yeah, it is not that I'm only on YouTube. I'm also on other social media platforms, on Instagram, Facebook as well. So you can also check out our content over there. Let's get back. Now, yes, common mistakes to avoid, which is actually stopping you from getting full marks. So, which are the common mistakes? Number one is irrelevant title. Irrelevant title matlab jo bhi man mein aaye kuch bhi likh ke aa jana. That is, there's no connection. There is no connection to the topic. Something you think and you write. And don't think in Hindi. Don't think in your language, Hindi or whichever language you are, which is your regional language. Don't think in that. Think only in English. Because if you think in your regional language and you try to translate, what would happen is you are going to end up, doing a disaster. And I don't want you to do that. Next is spelling mistakes. Words like competition. pupils, interested. This is a very important point. I'm putting a star over here. These words will appear in your notice, right? In the instruction where you have the message, competition word will come 2 or 3 times in your notice. And if you make a mistake in that word, you know you have already done a disaster. No, not a disaster, catastrophe, I would say. Jokes apart. I want everybody to get this spelling correct. Okay. Next is pupils or students. Next is interested. We pronounce it like interested, but the spelling is interested. So make sure you get the correct spelling. Then on, from, at. On, from, at, use of prepositions. On is when you tell the date. From is when you tell the time. At is the venue. Very basic prepositions, but you need to know how to use it. In some schools, I think also on, from, and at is not given. Directly they go to the date, then next line they say timing, and the last line is the venue. Even that is okay. So as I already mentioned, whichever has been given, the format is given, please follow that. Extra information, please don't give any extra information. Whatever is required, it's the same structure. You just have to do it, write it in a different way using a different title. That's all. Don't change the structure in any way. Okay, cut to cut, you have to just copy it, copy paste. In this case, I would say copy and paste, though in other areas I never propagate copying and pasting, but yes, here you have to just copy and paste the instruction. And the last one is untidy work. No scribbling, no cancellations. Trust me, children, if you are scribbling, if you are canceling, if your work is untidy, then marks are deducted. Why? Because it's a formal announcement going up on the notice board. Everybody is going to read it. Everybody is going to go through this notice. How can you present something which is very shabby, untidy, right? Just like a letter. When you are writing a letter is given to someone. No? It's not for you. You're not keeping the letter for yourself. I always tell this. So do not do any cancellations. Try to avoid. And for beginners, I'm going to tell that start with a pencil. Yes, it may sound very hilarious, but I would say children, those who are just starting to write a notice in grade 7, maybe in grade 8, maybe start with a pencil till you get a hang of the entire thing. Once you have finished, then you can start writing in pen. For the first few notices, please go with pencil. Now, examples of irrelevant titles. See, there was one of the assignments which I was checking, and the topic was quiz. Okay, so the child had written use your brains. Do you think it's a relevant title? Of course not. Use your brains. Matlab, the child has directly translated from Hindi, apna dimag lagao. So never write such irrelevant titles. So what is the way to bring up a catchy title? You have to think about words associated with the event. Think about words. All right, let's say quiz. So what are the words that comes to your mind when you think about quiz? Rapid fire. Okay, then these are some of the words that can be used in the title. Then from 9 a.m. Now see, can you see this, all of you? 9 a.m. What is wrong? This is the correct way to write. 9 a.m. 9.00, then A dot M dot. Please maintain this. Children, after repeated reminders, they just write AM and they don't put the dot. Okay, and 9 also has to be written like this. Then 12 p.m. No, it's not 12 p.m. It's 12 noon. If you get confused, don't write 12 noon, right? Directly go to 2 p.m., 3 p.m. From 9 to 3 p.m. That's all fine. But if you're writing 12, you have to write noon. So these are some of the common mistakes. If you maintain these things, then obviously, children, you will get full marks. Okay, now let's check list of creative titles. Okay, for singing, you can see it is melodious voices I have written, then soulful symphony. For dance, I have given shake a leg, rock and roll. Elocution, I have given impactful words of wisdom. Literary event, I think there was something similar in this year's 2025's board exam. Some literary event, I think, was given, or storytelling maybe. So you can write craft a tale, poetry and rhythm. Since literature is all about poetry, short story, stories, so you can write something like this. Then stand-up comedy. I think there's a lot of events these days for stand-up comedy. So you can write let's laugh, laugh out loud. Something with humor you can write. Then science quiz. These are some of the titles which my students had given. I liked it. Okay, so Junior Einstein's Innovative Pursuits. So these are some of the nice catchy titles. You can, of course, take a screenshot. And yes, I'm going to share this on Instagram also, so no need of taking a screenshot. So now the main thing is that why do you think the curriculum, ICSE curriculum, has introduced notice writing in your portion? Why? Because it is a kind of formal communication, and formal communication is very relevant these days, right? You need to know how to write an email, you need to know how to write a notice, because once you step into your professional world, this is what you're going to communicate, this is the way you're going to communicate. That's all. So I think I have cleared all your doubts. If you still have any questions or feedback, do share it in the comments, and hope this helps you in writing the perfect notice. And I would request all of you to like this video if you have found it helpful. Share it also, because it could be possible some children may not know. And also subscribe. I create a lot of content for ICSE, especially. I have an entire playlist for ICSE. I have an entire playlist for Julius Caesar. Okay, so yes, you can check that out. And those who are looking for other writing skill tips and strategies, this is an email writing video which was shared some time back, and also a very helpful Precis writing video which many students have liked this. So please go and check these out, so that you don't miss out anything. Right, that's all for today. And yeah, have a great day, have a beautiful year ahead.